today we're gonna build a hotel.
Yes, today we're gonna build a hotel where each room is a different aesthetic. And you know why? Because Jamantha is growing her empire. And if you don't know who Jamantha is, she is the decorating queen, the interior designer, who, with her girlfriend, Jenny, bought a resort. And you know, Jamantha, she did her thing. She decorated the rooms pretty awfully. And now, today, Jamantha is at it again. They have bought a hotel. And this is the beauty of it. And as you can see, we got a reception down here with some hallways I've already done because I was in the zone. And we're not going to do those because that's boring. But we got one hotel room up here, one over there, and 2 more on this floor, and 2 more on that floor. 4 floors in total. Whoa! And to decide our aesthetics today, we got the spinny wheel over here. And I have put in so many aesthetics that I have no idea what they are. But we're going to find that out. Hopefully it will go good. It's probably not, but we are going to start. And we are first of all going to start this journey with the exterior and the landscaping. And hopefully we will get something good. So right, without further ado, let's spin away with the exterior and the landscaping. So 1, 2, 3, spin away. Light Academia. Oh my gosh. Light Academia. I'm so happy. I'm actually happy. That is not going to be difficult at all. I love me some good old Light Academia. We got the shebang shabu going on. You know the drill. We all know and we all love Light Academia. It is this type of style. It is academic. It is light. I hope you do not need any more explanation because I don't want to do that. So let's begin with this build. And if you're wondering what those holes are, that looks so weird, but that is for the verandas, okay? And I have just taken off the wall because I didn't know what type of fence to use, so it's just a big old hole. But let's make this Light Academia. And you know what? The first thing I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make some bumps on this because we can't just have a big old box. Alright, so I think on the ends here, we can have a 2-tile bump on both ends actually. Just a good old 2-tile bump. And then in the middle, so the door is gonna be about there. So what if we have like a 1-tile bump there? Maybe have the door in the middle. Does that work? I mean, I think it's gonna. Probably. And then on the sides, we could have a 3-tile bump maybe. So all along there. Sure, and then we just do the same on this side and on the back side. I think that is a plan for us. Yeah. It is looking promising. It is looking promising. It is looking kind of weird right now, but it's looking promising. What do we want to do now? The roof or the windows? The great questions of life. And I think we're going to begin with neither of those because we are going to begin with the wallpaper. And what am I going to do? I think I'm going to go with some great old life and death wallpaper. So on the bottom, we can go with some stripy stone. And then on the second floor, I want this type of vibe. Just to get a little bit of texture in there. And then all the other floors, they're going to get this. Some plain old stucco. Then I think, ooh, maybe the columns should have the straps as well. Yeah, we can do that. I'm not mad about that. We're going to do that. And then for the roof, I'm going to begin on the roof now. Kind of worried about the roof. What are we going to do with the roof? I have no idea, but we're going to start with a big old square. I know my shapes. Oh, ooh, what roof pattern do we want? I think Light Academia. What about some of this or that? Ooh, we can go with some blue. Oh, that is kind of cute, isn't it? They would just pop on some of this. Questions. Is this gonna look good? I mean, oh, you know what? I am liking that. It looks like a little bit of a mess, but it's our mess. You know what? I'm liking that. I don't care what you say. I like that. It got some charm to it. We're gonna keep that roof. Oh. Now for the doors and windows. What can we go with? Maybe Discovery University. They have some great academia stuff because they are a university. It would only make sense. So we could go with some of these windows maybe. And then on the sides, we'd have these maybe. If I can put them up correctly. And the front door. What are we going to do for the front door? Ooh. Oh, they have this door. I mean, use that door. Ooh, that fits in perfectly. And then just pair it up with some columns. Some real columns. Sort of like so. Raise them up there. Ooh. You know what? I'm liking this. Maybe also need some fences. Oh, gee, oh, die. Almost forgot about that. A beautiful verandas. And then also, oh my gosh, pair it up with some trims. Some exterior trims. This is turning out good. It can only go downwards from here, people. Now for some little more details. We need something right there. And then maybe on the little tiny columns. What can we use? The filigree stone moldings. We can maybe put that somewhere. Where that is, I don't know. And then we can have these in the middle. Kinda. Should be an idea. And then in the middle, what can we have in the middle? No. What? Oh. A vibe and a half, that is. That fits in there perfectly. Okay, we're gonna do that. Are we gonna have something on the roof? No. But we are gonna have some window boxes. Just some places. Just 2 maybe. Jamantha could only afford 2. But right to row, I think our exterior is all done it up on all the sides. Look at him go. Woo! What a turn that was. And now I'm gonna do a little bit of landscaping. And we can't do a lot of landscaping because this is a 20 by 20 lot. We can do some. So I think that we're gonna put up these pointy trees just somewhere around the lot with also a bench on the side here so you can sit there and look at absolutely nothing. Boom. I hope you have no problem with that. Ooh. Oh. Okay. In the front there, we're also gonna have a teeny tiny pathway and some flowers on the side. Can I make it teeny tiny pathway. I mean, I think I can if I just put in this pathway right here. And then just airbrush it a little bit with dirt. Not like that, but kind of like so. Oh, and then also getting my beautiful packages. These ones. And I do not have my tool mod on right now. But if I had, I would sink them into the ground a little bit. But you know, it is the times. Well, I mean, I think that is a pathway and a half. Do I like it? Yeah, I like it. Samantha is happy. Not as happy. Jenny's not really that happy, but when is she ever? And then for a piece of resistance, we are gonna put up a beautiful statue on each side. So we got this lady. And what other lady can we have? Ooh, we can have this lady over here. Get up there. Yes. And that was indeed our light academia exterior and landscaping for this hotel. I'm kind of liking it. It's kind of cute. It's very grand. It's a grand hotel. Right. Let's start with the reception area, shall we? And we need to spin for that right now. We got to do it. So 1, 2, 3. Spin away. Very cool. Oh, okay. You know what? Happy about that. Not a difficult one, I think. You know what that means? Enchanted by Nature. You're at the start of the show. All right. So what do we need for the reception area? I mean, we need a reception desk and maybe some bathrooms. Oh, the bathrooms can be over here, actually. We can squeeze 2 in. Yeah. And then we also do need some lounging areas. What can you do about that? I mean, this is a big old space, isn't it? So what if we put up a big old square in the middle and just raise it up, remove the walls, and have a little lounging moment in there? We can do that. So if I just put in a very, very fairy couch, okay, they have to be on this side because we need one entrance. Please do not fall down. Samantha cannot be sued. She has no money, absolutely no money at all. And then we can have a fireplace over there with a coffee table, a round coffee table, or an octagonal one. We can do that as well. Now for the rug situation, do we? Okay, you can have a big old leaf. There you go. Animal Crossing core. We don't know her. Not at all. Fairy lights on the side. Ooh, what a magical time. All right, and then for the reception area, that was going to be over here, wasn't it? So we need some reception desks right in there. And then also plop on a good old typewriter. And also a chair because Samantha, she gets real tired every day. Every day that she has to deal with those customers, she gets tired. But all right, around here, we also do need some stuff. So what could we do? Maybe we could have some more lounging areas. That's what you have in the hotel lobby. There's lounging chairs all around. Oh, what are we going to have in the middle? In a little nook. Oh, what can we do about that? I got the thing. Oh, we can put up these trees. The tree bookshelves. I think that we can have in there. And change up the wallpaper and flooring a little bit. Some moss. Well, hey ho. I think that is a vibe. Oh, and what can we have in that corner over there? What do hotel lobbies have? I mean, sometimes they have a piano, but that's not really going to squeeze in, is it? Ooh, we could have a keyboard. And you know who's going to be playing on this keyboard every single night? Well, that is Samantha herself. All right. Every gosh darn night, she's playing on that piano. Oh, I love Samantha so much. Oh, and by the way, the windows in the bathrooms are massive. Let's see, these curtains will not work. That will not hide anything. Hold on. What can we do about that? I mean, it would make the most sense to have a big old blind, but that is not fairy core. So what can we do? I mean, we have this one. It hides up some stuff. That it does. But it is kind of fairy core. And you know what? We're just gonna pretend that when this hotel is in use, they will unknot that knot. Untie that knot, I mean. And nobody can see anything. But beautiful. It is our reception area of our hotel. And the stuff is messed up over here. What happened? Oh, I gotta do it again. What about now? Well, now it's sinking into the ground and I do not have a toolbox. Okay. Forget it. I'm gonna fix that later. We are gonna move on. This is our reception, people. And now we're gonna move on to our first room over here. And we gotta spin for that. And I'm kind of nervous. But let's spin away. So 1, 2, 3. Let it spin. Retro futurism. Ooh. Fun fact, when I was studying graphic design, one of my projects was future retroism. No, it was not. It was retro futurism. So I know some stuff about it, but that was for graphic design and it was many years ago. So what is it in interior design? Right. Just as I expected, it's a retrofuturism. Now with retrofuturism, it is how the people in the past saw the future, sometimes about in the 50s. And they absolutely loved the round stuff. They were like the futurist circle people. Beware. They liked some orange stuff, some blue stuff. Je ne. But I think the big problem is that this is a very specific style and I am not sure if The Sims has that type of style. I mean, we got some of this going on. That would for sure do. We could maybe use some of that. I mean, it's not really what I was after, but maybe we can make that work. And it would be cool to go with an orange vibe, because I love that orange. But do we have an orange bed? No. Oh, I'm kind of worried about this. Okay, what about the bedtime lamps? Do we have anything? Oh, this one. That is kind of weird. And it is also something that they would come up with, you know? Oh, what about the wallpaper and flooring? I mean, for the flooring, I'm gonna go with some shadow shag carpet. They did not think that ahead, that we would not have that in the future. But here we are. Now for the wallpaper. So we can go with this one. It's a bit much, isn't it? But we can pair it up with that. The chevron paneling. Yeah, we are getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. And also some artwork. Oh, we have this one. Oh, that is very retrofuturism, isn't it? You can have that over the bed. Just plop on 2 of those. Because we are lacking, people. Oh, with this alien UFO lamp. Whoa. Now we can have that funky old table with an orange shag carpet. Oh, gee, this is going bad, people. What about... Oh, we have this one. That is a dressy situation. That, of course, is on the wall. I mean, this is more mid-century, but we can't really be choosy yet, all right? And then in that corner, we can have a chair. And could we make that funky somehow? Oh, we got this one. Oh, we can maybe use that as a divider with a weird old plant. And maybe that painting. Not really this style, but that's all we got, people. And then over in this corner, I do really want to put in that funky old computer that we got. That one. That is something that we come up with. Yes. But also, do they have an egg chair? Oh, yes. Again, not really the style, but it's the closest that we have to an egg chair. Je knew. Oh, and then we also have this one. That's kind of in that style, but where can we put that? Maybe just back here for some unknowable reason. I mean, sure, we can do that. I mean, this is one disastrous room, I do have to say. But we were kind of lacking with the options there. But it is the room, and now we're going to move on to the bathroom. Do we have any cool bathroom stuff? Oh, we have this one. That's something that would have an orange. Drop that over there. And then what is a very retro-futuristic toilet? None of these, really. But I'm going to stretch the imagination here and put in this one. I mean, that's maybe a little bit too far, but we are going to have that today. And then for the sink area. What is something funky we could do that they would come up with? Oh, they have that style. Okay, we're gonna do that. I feel like that's something that we could come up with. Then also plop in some sinks. And then also a round old mirror because I love them circles. Trust me, they did. And then back to the jacuzzi area. What can we do to make that funky? I mean, we could put it on a platform. Do we have enough space for that? I don't know. All right, I have a feeling that that is not gonna be functional at all. But it looks cool and that's all that matters. All right. And then for the rug situation, what can we do? Retrofuturism circles. You put us with circular rugs in just a weird old pattern. Hey ho, that is a rug. Oh my gosh, this bathroom. And then, you know, the blinds are going up because that was magical back then. Some blinds instead of curtains. Are you insane? Now, what about a half circular couch on the balcony? Sure, we are gonna have that. And that was indeed the retrofuturism hotel room. Samantha did a wonderful job with what she had. She tried her best. And this is what happened. And let's just move on to hotel room number 2, shall we? Before Nora cries. Good. And what is that gonna be? Let's find out. Dreamcore? What does that even mean? Dreamcore is a surreal internet aesthetic that uses motifs commonly associated with dreams, daydreams, or nightmares. Well, I am having a nightmare right now. These images may invoke feelings of familiarity, comfort, and nostalgia. That gave me nothing. Dreamcore. Pinterest. Oh, right. I'm just gonna say this right now. This does not give me any feelings of warmth or familiarity or nothing. I'm scared. So we got some clouds. All right. We got them clouds, people. You know what we're gonna do before I forget? The cloud flooring. We just paired it up with the pastel wall. Okay. We're getting somewhere. And then we can put in the bed and the pastel pop kit right in the middle. Kind of looks like a cloud, doesn't it? It does. Oh, and of course, the cloud light. Boom. And just to make it even more creepy, we're gonna use the bear rug. Boom. Well, it's not a rug, it's a blanket. Hopefully that will not cause any issues for Samantha. What else do we got? We got a chair. A very lonely chair. And then we also got a chair in the field in the middle of nowhere. So what if in the corner right here we just put up some grass and a lonely old creepy chair with some vines? Throw in some pink old vines also. I mean, that is something, isn't it? I am kind of liking that. What am I making right now? I have absolutely no idea, but we're gonna put up some more clouds on the walls for our cloud theme. Cool. And then there's also some mushrooms, some creepy old mushrooms, and water, the water parks. Ooh. So what if we put up the splash pad mirror mushroom, because water park mushroom going in there, with also maybe the Z-bug mushroom and a frog fountain spitting water on the rug. Oh, Samantha. You do have some great ideas, don't you? All right, enough of the dresser. I mean, what would a Dreamcore dresser even be? What if we have this one? Yes, that is what we're gonna have. Ah, beautiful. And then also paired it up with Bob's Classic Float Lounge. Absolutely. I mean, I would put in one of those rings. We don't have that. So there you go. Oh, and then we also have this one. Can I squeeze that back there? Is that too much? I feel like it's pretty weird, but it could also be too much. I don't know, but I kind of like it. And I don't think we're gonna have any more decorations in this room because it is supposed to be kind of empty, kind of weird. And then we just have a blank wall over here with a weird old door. Right, now for the bathroom. I mean, they do use those pastel tiles. And what is more creepy than a one-colored bathroom? We're gonna get in some pink tiles on the floor and on the wall. And then we're gonna get in my good old bathroom set, the tub, the toilet, and we don't have a matching sink. I mean, we do got this one, but no full sink. So what is the pink color that matches? We got that one. That isn't the style at all, but we shall not cry today. And then for the rest of the bathroom, what can we have for the rest of the bathroom? Maybe some clouds just creepily on there. And then we can just have a teeny tiny lonely old hand towel in the middle of the wall with some confetti on the floor and some pink vines over the bathroom. Absolutely, that's what we're gonna have. Oh my gosh, that's a creepy old bathroom. I will see that in a dream, that's for sure. And then for out here on the balcony, what can we do here? Maybe these ones. I mean, this isn't the good old space for that. We are gonna have that. Oh, ooh. Put this on the wall for no reason at all. And then just a lonely old table in the middle with nothing on it. And a mushroom. And da-da. That was our dream core room, people. Wow. I am liking that corner. This is the room that I want to stay in. Got a rainbow over there. Very weirdly placed. Yes, it's beautiful. It's magnificent. Loving every second of that. And now we are gonna move up to the third floor. We are gonna start this hotel room over here. So let's spin for that. 1, 2, 3, spin away. Coquette, or as I like to call it, hookit, which means to boil something in Norwegian. But coquette, all right. I have no more reaction than that. I'm sorry, but we are going to do that coquette room. Okay, so coquette is a feminine aesthetic with lace, flounces, pastel colors, and bows. That is right. Like this. It's kind of like princess-esque with some frills, and they love them bows. They do. So first things first, I'm going to put in some very light flooring, wood flooring, and some pink old wallpaper. You maybe go for this one for now. And then for the bed situation, I know what bed we're going to go for. This one. I'll put a button there with the matching nighttime tables right on there. And then I'm also just gonna find some very coquette knickety-knacks for that too. Oh, and what if we just put a big old bow on the window? Why not? That's perfect. And then we have some books on the bed. Ooh, with an ottoman that does not match the pink color of the bed, but whatever. We're gonna have it. Oh, and then what if over the bed we have this? It's not really coquette, but I do like it. I'm gonna think about that though. I am gonna think about it. And then over here, we can have a makeup table with some flowers on the vintage jewelry box and a book in the middle. Sure. All right. And then over here, what can we have over here? I mean, we need a dressing situation. What about this one? Not really the style, but we could match that up with this one, perhaps. That's very coquette. Sure. I mean, yeah, sure. We can have that. With the candles inside of the bookshelf. Oh, that's a fire hazard and a half. But you know, Jamantha, she has no acknowledgement of fires, okay? She don't know what it is. And the word acknowledgement, acknowledgement, whatever it is, that's a hard word to say. But I try my best. Ooh, that is cute. And then maybe by here, we can have this bookshelf. I mean, it's kind of blocking the door, but we don't care, right? We do not care. Good. But all right, that was the room. Oh, pink and coquette. Can't say that word either. Up in here. And now for the bathroom. That was an odd B. What is a very coquette bathroom? Maybe this one. Old-timey-ish, kind of pink. Maybe we could do that. And then also plop in this toilet. Ooh, and what sink? Maybe this one. Could perhaps work. And what about a picture of a hammer? Yay! Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, a piece of resistance. The toilet roll with the flowers on it. Yes. Oh, and then of course, the bow over the towels. Beautiful. Magnificent even. Oh, and by the way, we have this one. The floor towel rack. I mean, that is a very coquette. Can we put that somewhere? Not in the bathroom. That's not gonna work. Yeah, that makes no sense. I don't know where we're gonna put that. I'll think about it and I'll come back to you. But that was a beautiful room. Okay. I can't say that. Hotel room. Look at it go. In all its glory. And now we are gonna move on to this hotel room. What number are we on? I don't know. But we are gonna move to that one. And we're gonna spin for that too. So my magic wheel of pain. Let's spin away. Earth core? What is that? Do they mean the core of the earth? I don't know. Earth core? I have never. Right, so earth core. We're just getting the core of the earth here. Hold on. Aesthetic. There you go. Does it have anything to do with dirt? Like a dirt flooring? Earth core. I'm guessing this is it. Cross-stitching, painting, succulents, macrame, indoor gardens, rope-tied vases, pressed flowers, hanging egg chairs, rocks, tapestries, tribal patterns, fairy lights, hammocks, Polaroid photos, candles. And these are the rooms. And look at these messy bedrooms. Messy besses. Every single one of you. Okay, so we got It's just a big old planting moment, isn't it? With lots of stuff. All right. We got a big job ahead of us. And you know what? The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put in some dirt. Because that's what I thought about when I heard Earth core. So we are gonna have that. And we could go the Enchanted by Nature way. But since we've already done that down here, we're gonna go a little bit of a different way. Right. That was my only plan. Now I gotta execute that plan. Fully golly me. And then I think I am gonna pair it up with this wall. Now I know you might be thinking that Nora, you should go with green walls. It's the Earth core room. But if you look up into the sky, it's blue. Sometimes today it's gray. And therefore it's pretty dark in here. But anyways, what bed should we go for? I mean, we could go for the Enchanted by Nature bed. But no, not today. Maybe we could go with this bed in a funky old pattern. Oh, with a circular rug underneath there. Because they like the macrame tapestry woven stuff. Maybe we could even have two. Like a little funky pattern, maybe. And also put up some scraggly old nighttime tables. Then we do also need a dresser. What can I go for? What could I go for? I mean, I don't want it to be too obvious. What about that one? You didn't expect that, did you? No, you did not. Oh, and then we can have the werewolf mirror on top of that. That's cute. Then we can have a little hallway table over there. Oh, okay, with this Enchanted by Nature mirror. Hello, we need that. And what else did I like? The egg jam. That one going straight in there. I mean, it's not hanging, but it's kind of hanging. That's what I always say. What? Okay. What else did they like? Let me get my list. They liked the hanging egg chests. We already have that. They also like the indoor gardens. Okay, so we gotta get like a lot of plants in there. Make a beautiful indoor garden. They also like succulents, so we gotta put that in there. They like tapestries, tribal patterns, cross-stitch paintings, and macrame. Right. Rope-tied vases. Do we have rope-tied vases? I mean, we have those thingy-things from the knitting pack that we did have. And I'm also just gonna put in some mushrooms. I know that they did not ask for mushrooms, but I'm gonna put in some mushrooms. And they also like the pressed flowers. Oh, and they also like some rocks, so I'm gonna put up some rocks for them. They do deserve some rocks. And what else did they like? They like some candles. Okay, I'm gonna put one in. Oh, and they also like fairy lights. Well, we're gonna have that on the wall. Hey ho. Maybe those branch fairy lights. And they also like the hammocks. We do not have a hammock, so you're not gonna get that. I'm not gonna make it for you either, because Jamantha is not that creative, and not Nora either. They also like Polaroid photos. Right. Who doesn't like Polaroid photos? I mean, come on. And oh wow. What a room this was. This took me such a long time. Honestly, look at this room. Look at everything that's in here. Jamantha, she spent all her budget on this, I do have to say. And that window is wrong. Bam. My gosh. This might be my favorite room. I do gotta say. This might be my favorite room. There's so much in here. We got the succulents. We got the macrame tapestries over there. We got some mushrooms, because I felt like they needed some mushrooms. We got lots of stuff over here. We got some rocks. Put up a big old rock, slice it down. Cute. I am loving this room so much. All right, now for the bathroom. I think for the bathroom, we are gonna go more with that Enchanted by Nature style, because I spent up all my creativity with that room. And who wouldn't want a wooden toilet, you know? Who wouldn't want that? Oh, we can't squeeze the bathtub in here. We can get this one. I mean, sure. We can do that. It was a bit of a disappointment, but I knew. And then what if, we put in some mud mushrooms in here on the wall. Maybe one up here too. And that's where we put our stuff. So you're gonna get a hair dryer. Then we have some skincare essentials and some extra towels. Good luck with reaching those items. If you want to use a hair dryer, you're gonna risk your entire life with that. But there I go. A cute old beautiful bathroom. And no, I did not put any soap on that sink, because I have a problem with that sink. You see this soap right here? Try to put it on. No, it goes underneath there. So I'm just not gonna. Boom shabalam bathroom. Out to the deck? No. Balcony, veranda, patio, soiree. I don't know. Out here, we are gonna put the bathtub. Because I feel like if you are nature people, you would want to bathe in the unknown gardens. That's called the balcony. You would want to do that. And then I'm also just gonna put up some mushrooms on the wall. Some cute old plants. And then what about a speaker? You can't be all nature, you know? You need a speaker. Oh, and with the piece of resistance, people. Some fairy lights. Whoa. Cute. Balcony. Oh, and I put up a little plant back there too. I don't know if that's gonna ruin the pathing, but that's not my issue. Good. Now for the balconies, I don't want to overdo them that much, because I don't want to ruin the aesthetic of this build. I mean, did that ruin the aesthetic of this build? Probably. But we shall move from this and move up to the last floor. And we're gonna go into this hotel room right here, and we're gonna spin for that. So 1, 2, 3, spin away! Mall goth? What is a mall goth? Is it a goth that just lurks around the mall? Oh, a mall goth. Let's see. Mall goth is a youth subculture. Mall and goth was used by the members of the traditional goth subculture to describe teenagers who adopted a commercialized version of goth fashion. Alright. And in its later years, mall goth also overlapped with emo and scene. Right. So it's just a messy teenage bedroom. The end. My mind is blanking. All right, so it's like less Dracula, more Twilight. That's the only thing I can describe it as. All right. And they like the black and the red. So what about a red carpet? Ooh. And you're not gonna believe this, people. We're gonna have some black walls. Oh, and the black door. Yes, my mission here is complete. Okay, what are we gonna do for the furniture? First of all, very teenage Margoth bed. Messy Bessie. We have this bed. Oh, ooh. That reminds me of Alice in Wonderland for some reason. We're gonna have that. And do we have a checkered rug? We do. Maybe I'm gonna do something with that. Who knows? What about the nighttime tables? What would a Margoth have? These ones? Sure, they would have that. With that 2 tables. Oh, I don't know. But on the wall there, before I begin with anything else, we of course need some vampire lore. Mal or no Margoth. That's what you need. And then Margoth. What would a Margoth have for a dresser? Okay, what if we have a clothing rack to kind of represent them all? I know that they're not mall adjacent, but today we're gonna pretend that they're mall adjacent. Then over here we can have a good old table with a jewelry box on it because they love their jewelry. Oh, what about this rug? Skulls? They seem to enjoy the skulls. And then what else do they seem to enjoy? I mean, it is kind of like a dark scene, dark, mysterious scene, like an underground scene. And what is more dark, mysterious, and underground than a bar? Do we have a cool old bar? What about this one? I am just going off the rails now. But ooh, that is black and red. You know what? They deserve a bar. They're gonna have a bar. They're cool people. The mall gals, they have intrigued me. I have a spooky old chair over there. Just to make it more goth adjacent. Alright, because Jamantha thought this is a teenager who's inspiring to be a goth. But right now, they're only at the mall goth level. But to make it more mall goth adjacent, we can put up these boards, some shelves on there. And then I'm gonna find some black and white teenage items. Watch me. What do we got? There's some gaming controllers. They may like that. Got this scary old plant. Hey. Oh, and Boney. We need that. And cat. They probably like cats. Have some of that too. And also some more jewelry. They love them jewelry. Get on there. Absolutely beautiful. Right. What more stuff can we put in there? Okay, well, what about over here? We can put in these shelves. I don't know why this stuff is reminding me of the Margoth, the tattooing stuff, but apparently it is. And on that, what are we going to put on that? What do I see? What do I see? I see a lot of things. Ooh, they like the skulls. Yeah, maybe, ooh, Boney. I am never yelling out Boney again, by the way. But Boney, you are gonna be on those beautiful shelves. Right in there, they have a big old collection. Jamantha had a phase. She got them all. Cutesy wootsy. And then, of course, we can have Nibbles, the Grim Turn. All right, you're going in there. We can have a spooky old shelf, some more Boney stuff, and a scary old cat. And then, oh, we can have this figurine as well. And then on the nighttime tables, we can have a little ghouly ghost, some candles, maybe a book. And then on this one, we're gonna have a scary old vase, a candle, and Boney. The original one. Beautiful. Wow. What else can we do? I can put up a cow plant. That is a scary old guy. Oh, and of course, we need some records. They can listen to the rock music. I sound like I'm 50. They can listen to the rock music. Oh, and speaking about music, we of course need some guitars, so you're gonna get this one, the funky one. Maybe also another Boney. The Boney guitar, yes. You know, Jamantha, she has an overflow of those Bonies, so she put them in here. And that was also very encouraged by Jenny to get rid of all the bajillion Bonies that they have. What else should we have in this room, by the way? A paw print? Some of this stuff? That is kind of cool, though. I want that for my shower. I need something like that for my shower. I'm struggling over here. Oh, I know what we need, people. I know what we need. We need lots and lots of posters and whatnot on the wall. And they need to be black and red and kind of alternative. Rock music, heavy metal music, screamo music, goth music. That is what we're going to put on the wall. So watch out for that. It's happening now. And look at that. Look at that. They are indeed up, people. Look at this mess of a room. We even got Bob there. Nothing is more Margoth than Bob. Got some bajillion posters over here too. Got some music. Jinu. And over here too. I tried to keep it as much as I could to black and red. Not so much the other colors, but some snuck their way in. It happens. Yeah, here is the room. Oh, you know what else we kind of need? A coffin. That would be cool. Like this coffin over here. Let me squeeze that in somewhere just for decoration. Not really. It's kind of packed in here. What if we had that on the balcony? Ooh, it's kind of a cool one for the balcony. Maybe we shall have that. All right, now we're over to the bathroom over here. And I think for the bathroom, we are going to go in that more goth style. Not the mall goth TM, but leaning towards a little bit more goth. What about this? Little bit over the top flooring. But sure. And you know what the goths like? They love a good jacuzzi tub. Don't ask me how I know that, but I know that. Okay, now for the sink area. What is very goth? I mean, these ones, those ones, they are very goth. But, oh, they do not have a funky end. Who has a funky end? I mean, you have a funky end, don't you? Yes, you do. That would have been very cool, but that's not really the vibe of goth. That's kind of disappointing. But it's gonna be so much cooler if it's like this, not just normal squiggly squares. I am gonna allow that. Oh, okay. It's very late. I'm gonna allow that. Then we're also gonna have some red old robes on the wall with some candles and a dead old plant and this big old towel that's iced up. I think the goths would like that. And what more fancy things can we do? And we need some curtains. And I hate the window placement now. So what if we put up some curtains just all along the wall? Just to hide up everything? I mean, that's a cozy old moment, isn't it? I think we're indeed gonna do that. Well, alright. That was the Margoth hotel room all done up with a big old bedroom and the bar movement. Got the balcony and the bathroom. Oh me, oh my. I'm glad that's done. And the Margoths, they have officially intrigued me. Right, row. On to our last and final room of this entire build. It's this hotel room right here. And we are indeed gonna spin for that now. So let's spin our last spin of today. 1, 2, 3, go. Vaporwave. I see. I do remember that style. Yes, it is that style. I was correct. That was the good old days of Tumblr, wasn't it? But we got some neon purple and blue. It's a very surrealism style. It's statues. Can I find somebody who explains it better than me? Yes, let's see. It's an internet-based art movement that emerged in the early 2010s. And it has a surreal, melancholic, and nostalgic atmosphere, evoking the uncanny feeling of wandering through a deserted shopping mall. Whoa! That is right. It's a very weird style. It's kind of empty, but also kind of funky. And now we're gonna build that. So the first thing we're gonna do before we begin with anything else, we are gonna put up some lights, these strip lights, because we need to turn this place into a vaporwave room. That's gonna be blue, and then on this side we're gonna have the purple, and that was a whole room. Oh gosh, darn, I messed up already. But sort of like so, got this bluish magenta neon thing and everything going on. And yes, I had to put up a lot of lights in the ceiling to get this popping on. I'm gonna noodle a little bit more around with that, but I'm gonna do that in the end, because right now we gotta put in some furniture and some wallpaper and flooring. So what are we gonna do for the flooring? I mean, they do have some checkered floorings some places, so maybe we can do that, and then also pair that up with some tile walls. I think we're gonna do that. And I'm gonna make my own tiles. You watch me. I go like so. A checkered pattern, different color actually. Boom, 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 and there you go, my beautiful tiles. Then we're also gonna have some tiles in the bathroom as well, sort of like so. And now for the furniture. And for the furniture, we got some statues, we got some columns. So what if we put up this plant? I don't know why this plant is reminding me of that, but it is. Then I'm gonna put up a flamingo right there. Some neon lights, some columns. And for some reason, these blinds are very 90-esque, isn't it? Ah, come on, that is beautiful. Ooh. Then we also need a desk movement right here. Very 90s nostalgic with that chair, yes. And then we're gonna have a pedestal with our statue. Oh, this is turning out to be a beautiful room. Then maybe just a random old plant in that corner. It gotta be kind of empty, but we can have that plant there. Yeah, with some more lights. And that very 90s curtain. Blinds, whatever, sure. All right. Now for the bed situation. I don't really know what we're gonna do for the bed, because what is a vaporwave rug? Bed. Squares? Do we have a ratty-tatty bed? What about this one? The Tumblr bed? We can do that. Since this style was very popular on Tumblr, we could do the Tumblr bed and some of this too. Some squares? Yes. Magnificent moment. Okay, that was our vaporwave room. The start of our hotel room. Now we're gonna skedaddle over to the bathroom. And for the bathroom, we're gonna do kind of similar to the Dreamcore room. It's gotta be kind of spooky, kind of scary, but not in a spooky, scary way, but in kind of a bland way. We can, of course, have a flamingo in here, because why not? And what about this? I don't know why. I want to have it in my build. And just a creepy old lonely towel on there. Yes. And of course, the blinds. And then for the balcony, we're yet again gonna have a pedestal with a statue, but we're gonna have the Trashly statue with the googly eyes. I feel like that's a very vaporwave. And then we can have a creepy old table with just a radio on it. Oh, wow. Maybe this picture as well. I don't know why, but I want it. And then maybe there's just a random old clock on the wall. I feel like that's the vibe. And I do really want to include this statue somewhere, but I don't know where to put it. Because I don't want to put it in here, because I do not want to be overcrowded at all. So that can be in there. Still a part of this room, so that's okay. But yeah, that was... Why did I put up this cloud? I don't know. Maybe I'm going to take that away. Or not. But yeah, that was a vaporwave room. Look at it. It's all glory, people. Is it magical? Is it majestic? I really do think so. Wow. And with that, the build is done. And what a day we had together. And you know what it's time for right now? Oh, it's time for a house tour. So strap yourself in, because house tour is happening now. Cool. Let's do it. And we are going to begin this tour right at the entrance. It's exterior, a very... What was this again? The light academia exterior and the landscaping. And I do kind of like the outside. It has a very regal feel to it. The Jamantha bought. Maybe it's haunted. It probably is, since Jamantha could afford afford it, you know. But let's walk on inside and we shall find the fairy core reception area. And what happened to my curtains? Oh my gosh, I need to fix that up. I'm so sorry. We got the lounging movements, the very many lounging movements. We have the bathrooms, teeny tiny bathrooms. And most importantly, we got the keyboard corner. Wow, which Amantha says every night. All right, let's get all upstairs to the second floor with the vending machines. And let's go. Oh, this is a creepy old hallway. Gee. But we're gonna walk into our first hotel room. Wow, which is the retro futurism room that Amantha made. And she was real proud of this room as well. And then we have the retro futurism bathroom. Oh me, oh my. Oh gee, let's walk into this room. This was, what was this? The dream core room. Oh, and I put the grass in the ceiling because why not? But we got some mushrooms, some clouds. We got, what happened to my curtain again? Gee, we got this over there, bed section, and the scary chair section with a good old scary bathroom. And I need to rearrange that meta. Oh gee, oh, this is not a good day for Nora. Let's walk upstairs to the third floor. And this is when the camera gets pretty squiggly squaggly. And look, the maid has been here. Whoa! Oh my gosh, this is the earth core room. Gee, oh jai, can we do a fish eye? Fish eye! Oh, that was beautiful, wasn't it? But I love this room so much. Like, there is so much happening in here. And then we have the bathroom, the very nature bathroom. And good luck with getting your towels. Oh, and then we also have the veranda up here with the bathtub. And then over on the other room, boom, we have our coquette bedroom, the vanity. Look at it go, people. And with the bathroom over here, cute, cute, my camera. Oh, and then, oh my gosh, I forgot to remove that. Ooh, do not look at that. We're gonna move up to the fourth floor. There I go. My camera is getting worse, people. That is a scary hallway. But we have the vaporwave room. Look. Oh, that is a creepy old room, but I love it. And the vaporwave bathroom as well. And the balcony. Beautiful balcony with the secret statue. And then for our last room, whoa, the Morgoth room. Gee, below, there is a lot of stuff in here. Look at it go, people. I mean, gee, so much stuff in here. Oh my gosh, I love it. Then also the Morgoth bathroom. Can my camera function for 1 second, please? There I go. Morgoth. Well, this is just a goth bathroom, not the Morgoth. Oh my gosh, my camera. And then also, we can't forget a coffin over there. Boom, shamalam. And here is an overview of all the floors. If you would need that, if you'd want that, they're all here, people. All of the floors. And that was the house tour. And now it's time for the outro. And welcome. This is the outro. Hey. If you for some reason want to download this house, you can. It is up on my gallery. And my gallery ID is JustNoraGaming. Bam bam. And don't forget to like, subscribe, because it really does help me out. So thank you. But only if you want to. Only if you want to. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.